What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about the top 10 best Dragon Ball Z statues, and we are including bust on this one, folks. So I made a video several years ago on this. Actually got a lot of views, but we're doing an update one. We've added a lot of statues over the years. Some really great ones, of course. But let's see, which ones hold true to, retaining those top numbers. Now, my Dragon Ball Z collection has drastically been reduced over the years. If you look at my collection from about 3 years ago, I own probably 150 Dragon Ball Z statues, and I sold 149 of them and only kept Sume Vegeta. He's the only one I got to stay when I sold off everything. And over time, I've just been focused purely on 1/4 scale, and I got my two busts, the Goku, Vegeta. I have highly contemplated getting, like Gohan, KD Trunks when he eventually makes it, KD Frieza bust. There's the Vegeta, Gogeta, Goku, and Vegeta in Super Saiyan 4, which look amazing. KD busts are definitely extremely impressive. It's hard to go to any other bus because they don't scale good. A lot of the busts in the market are overscaled and it just doesn't look good. Plus they're so tall, it's hard to display. I can't fit bus over here. You can fit bus down here, but then I got these pieces. And when I was, got the Boo bus, I, realized, I'd much prefer, like, let's say that Infinity Cell over that Boo bust. Just much more to look at, and the detail wasn't better. The big idea with bus is it needs to be extremely detailed, like more detailed than the statue, and it needs to have good presence. Now DBZ busts have good presence, but the detail, like on most of them, are not substantially better. Now I do think KD does a fantastic job on their detail as far as you can go. It's like you can't do real hair and silicone or glass eyes on these things. It just look off. This looks like an anime bust, so it looks good. Anyways, so this is the collection currently. You basically have the Goku and Vegeta setup, the villains display, Namek Saga, Saiyan Saga, Android Cell, I'll just call it the movie saga, movie Android really, and Boo Saga. So that is the current setup. We do have several DBZ statues on pre-order. KDZ Warriors, Cloud Studios Go Tanks, the Shenron wall mount statue, Sume Frieza. I may pick up Prime 1 Frieza. It's kind of hard to justify the cost, though. Is it really that much better than those two Friezas down there? And let me think what else. It's kind of it. Oh, Cloud Studios Tien Shinhan with Chiatsu. So, anyways, let's get to the top 10 best. Alrighty, we got it figured out. So, the few honorable mentions that couldn't quite make the cut. First is going to be the KD Gohan and Goku. This is an absolutely amazing statue. Two characters. The only reason I wouldn't rank it higher, it is a little on the small side. Like, it's just not a very big statue. It is 1/4, yes, but it's not like that much bigger than like my old defunct Shung 161. So it's just a little on the small side. And the other one would be Ryu Vegeta. Love this statue. But I think they could have did a little bit better job on the open mouth portraits. They should have did the teeth gritting like KD. The base is good, but I would have liked to underbase with a logo. Otherwise, overall, it's a fantastic piece. And yeah, that's about it. Let's go ahead and get to number 10, KD Piccolo. This is the best Piccolo in the market, bar none for me. I like it substantially more than any other Piccolo out there. You get 3 incredibly awesome swap outs. Right now, I currently have the cape throwing pose, which ultimately, I do think this is my favorite look. I think it just, encompasses the scene. I mean, this is really set from when he was about to fight Android 17. That's what it's really from. Like, imagine he just threw his cape. He's about to fight him, which is his best fight in the entire series. One of the best fights in DBZ. Super epic. You got him when he regenerated his arm from that fight, and at the very beginning when he has his cape. So it's just, the best possible moment for Piccolo. It's massive, like huge, incredible detail. And I just think KD did such a stellar job on this piece. So that's definitely my favorite Piccolo. So number 10, KD Piccolo. Number 9 is going to be KD Trunks. This has the best base of all of KD's statues. So you got his classic underbase, which I love, but then you have the entire, well, not entire, but a majority of his spaceship. You know, so it's quite deep, quite wide. There's like this flame effect that kind of resembles XM Ghost Rider. But the base is just freaking gorgeous all around. You know, I kind of view it that he just crashed his time ship and he's just getting his sword ready to go fight Bojack and his crew. You know, because this is Bojack Trunks. So Trunks himself is also massive, like Prime 1 scale. So it's huge and incredibly detailed, you know, like really good textures, really good paint app. Currently have the Super Saiyan portrait going. And I really like both portraits. He's super jacked. Especially when it's like up high, just feels like he's flying out of the spaceship. So I think Katie did a killer job. That's number 9. Number 8, Katie Perfect Cell. I think this is probably his best singular statue. You know, for me, Cell, I mean, his base is great. Don't get me wrong. Like, I like Trunks' base better. When you look at the character himself, Cell just has, I don't know, like more going on. That Ki Blast is beyond cool in so many ways. The electricity, the rocks, the sculpt, the paint app. It's ridiculously big. This thing is just an absolute gorgeous statue. And my favorite single KD statue to date for sure. So that puts it as 10, 9, 8. And this is Katie's best 1/4 scale statue to date. Katie Androids. So number 7, Katie Androids. This also has one of the best bases. Probably my second favorite base of all the KD bases. You know, Trunks is the best. This is the second best. Just because there's a lot going on. You have a broken water pipe. You have a lamp post. It has music. There's fire and clouds and so much going on the base. So the base is magnificent. And then you have Prime 1 level of detail on all 3 characters and throughout the whole statue. You know, so it's its most detailed 1/4 to date. You know, just like look at the hair separation on Android 17. Extremely well done. You know, look at the textures, the way they did the weathering effect. You know, it really just represents a very, you know, like emotional moment for Gohan, losing his life, sacrificing himself for Trunks. You know, and this is what made Trunks become Super Saiyan and then go into the past. And it was just extremely crucial and such a great, you know, such a great statue all around. Nailed all the head sculpts perfectly. So just an amazing diorama. So that is his best statue in terms of 1/4 scales to date. So number 7, KD Androids. All right, now we're at number 6, which is going to be KD Goku. The only reason this isn't higher is because of the arm cut off. I am not a fan of that. I really think KD should have just had him having another arm come up, or he couldn't have it going down, but maybe just like forward. I just don't like the arm cut off. I think that was a terrible decision, especially on like a human-based character. It just doesn't look or work good. It can work on certain busts, but I don't think it worked good here. That's kind of the reason I kind of display it like that, so you don't really notice. You like view it from this angle. But when you do see that arm cut off, it is an ugly sight. But outside of that, the bust is perfect. The detail, you know, like the skin textures, the scaling is like actually human scaling. Like you compare it to my fist, you know, this is a correct scaling. You know, the likeness is perfect. I love the vibrant, juicy paint app. The hair is perfect color, you know, and it's super tall because of obviously the hair. And in general, Saiyans have big heads. So I think KD got the scaling right. He got the detail right. The only qualm is the lack of the arm. The base is fantastic. Hence, every other studio is copying him now. But you know, this piece is definitely absolutely phenomenal. It's number 6, KD Goku. Now we're at the top 5, folks. So top 5, number 5, KD Vegeta. I do like Vegeta more than Goku. One reason, he has both arms. 2, it's Vegeta, my favorite character of all time. He nailed the likeness perfectly. Again, absolute solid paint app. And he definitely did a much better job on the textures on the gloves than he did his 1/4. The 1/4 was extremely overdone. There's no textures on this, but it does look extremely well done, like the scuff marks, and he got the armor color perfect. He's ripped, and he just looks amazing. You know, it's my favorite DBZ, you know, statue from KD. You know, it's Vegeta, the best character created of anything. So yeah, that's my favorite KD piece to date. I do believe KDZ Warriors will obviously top this because it has 9 characters with swap outs. But as of right now, that's my favorite KD piece, KD Vegeta. So that's number 5. Number 4 is going to be Sume Frieza. This, like I said, this was the piece I still owned. You know, it's my oldest DBZ statue at this point, but it's still, for me, you know, one of my absolute favorites. Just the culmination of everything on this piece. I technically have the logo off center, so it can like match this, because I never bought KD Vegeta. And I didn't buy it because I own this one, and I can't have 2 of the exact same statue. But this is still one of my absolute favorite DBZ statues, with the light up to the sound effect to the incredible sculpt. And I really like the way they did the paint up, how they like sort of painted on the yellow aura, which is, you know, quite unique. And only this is the only DBZ statue that actually does that. But I think they did a really good job on it. Now, I do think KD Vegeta has a better head sculpt. Like, it looks really good, and the pose is maybe a tad better. But I do prefer generally everything else on this one. Although KD's hair might be a slightly better color. This color is really good, but his Vegeta's that color, which is my favorite color of all. But Sume did an absolute stellar job. I freaking love this piece to death. You know, it's a lifer for me. You know, so that is number 4. Now we're down to the top 3. Number 3, Sume Broly. Still an absolute beast of a piece. You know, I got the KOD bust. However, it's not the KOD statue. I bought the bust separate, so it doesn't light up. However, I have found a way to actually light it up. So check this out. Now, this only works on the key ball, not the head, the eyes. The thing is, I don't care to light up eyes because they're not really lit up. But I have this flashlight, and check that out. Boom. So now I can technically see it lit up. I don't have to, you know, plug it in or whatnot. So that is how it looks lit up, folks. Pretty cool, right? I'm sure it's brighter on the main statue. I just use a little flashlight, but that is one way to sort of do it. Nevertheless, this statue is incredible paint up, incredible sculpt. It's massive. You know, it is just absolutely gorgeous. Good base. You know, Vegeta base is definitely better. But, you know, it's the size and the overall idea of him holding Goku is just insane. So that's my 3rd favorite. Number 2, Prime 1 Vegeta. You know, this, you know, has one of the best DBZ bases for sure. You know, I think Trunks is probably still better. But amongst all the other ones, you know, Sume Vegeta's better. But that's probably like my 3rd favorite. You know, it's really well done. You know, has the light that is sort of like synchronized, like there's a pattern when you do it. That key ball is my favorite of all my key balls out there. You know, it definitely beats that, any of them. That is my favorite. You can see his hand inside. His hand is the same pose as that hand. So you can see the hand inside and just everything going on this. Absolutely amazing. Multiple aura effects, 4 head sculpts. Absolute grill. Freaking love it to death. But as good as that is, I still think Prime 1 Goku tops it. Simply for the reason Super Saiyan 3. That head is unbelievably cool. I mean, look how freaking large that hair is. It looks gorgeous. Perfect head sculpt. Now, Vegeta don't really have textures, which is fine because I don't care for textures on that outfit. Goku does have some really nice, fine textures. You know, and he's, of course, doing his classic Kamehameha flying pose. Absolute legendary. All transformations from base to 1, 2, and 3. You know, absolutely perfect. I also do prefer the Goku underbase versus Vegeta. Vegeta's his armor, which is okay. But I prefer Shenron Dragon with the 4-star ball. I think that just looks better. So yeah, for me, Prime 1 Goku is the best Dragon Ball Z statue out there for sure. But like I've said, I do believe KDZ Warriors will top it. It's 9 characters with swap outs. It is the best, you know, DBZ statue I've ever seen. So I am super excited to get that because I'm extremely confident it's going to become the best DBZ statue ever made. And just so you guys are aware, today's actually the last day to pre-order that and still get the Tien and Chiaotzu swap outs, like their Dragon Ball look, which is super cool. You know, Tien in the white tank top and Chiaotzu, where he's not wearing his little like beanie and you can see his hair, different outfit. You get those completely free. If you wait till tomorrow, boom, you're SOL. You're not going to be able to find that. It's going to be very rare. So I think if you've been on the fence, throw the deposit down. Link in the description below. You know, for me, it's definitely one of the most exciting Dragon Ball Z statues I've had pretty much ever. I'm beyond excited for it. I've been waiting a decade for that. Anyways, those are my top 10 picks for the DBZ statues I currently own. I'm not getting too many more, and I do believe Sume Frieza will also be a contender for like top 5. Z Warriors will be number 1. Sume Frieza honestly might be number 2 or 3. I'm that impressed with it. But Sume also takes literally forever, so I don't even know if I'll be alive by the time I get that. But anyways, folks, that is it. If you haven't, join my Facebook group, DBZ Resin Collectors. See you in the next one. Have a great day.